Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 here bringing you another Minecraft Cold War BAFTA build tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building USS Lexington CV-16. The USS Lexington went by several different abbreviations: CV, CVA, CVS, CVT, and AVT-16. Was nicknamed the Blue Ghost, in an Essex-Class aircraft carrier built during World War II for the United States Navy. Originally intended to be named Cayde, the new aircraft carrier was renamed while under construction to commemorate the recently lost USS Lexington CV-2, becoming the 5th U.S. Navy ship to bear the name in honor of the Battle of Lexington. Since 1992, the ship has been docked in Corpus Christi, Texas, where she operates as a museum. The ship was originally laid down in 1941 of July, and it was launched in September of 1942. The ship was later decommissioned at the end of the war in 1947. However, it was recommissioned in August of 1955 and basically converted over into a more modern ship with a angled flight deck, and basically the version you can see in front of us, removing its obsolete anti-aircraft guns and all that stuff, and basically turned it into a, for the time, a modern fleet carrier. The ship was eventually decommissioned in November of 1991. Overall, really cool looking ship here, and that really nice kind of, I guess, middle period where you had a lot of really cool carriers, and the carriers were not as big and kind of what they are now, and were more of just kind of modifications, very similar to that of like the Midway and the obviously the Essex-Class were both two ships that were originally built for World War II but converted to basically stay relevant into the jet age. So really cool ship and some cool history behind it. This is currently, as I mentioned, a museum ship that is in Corpus Christi, so if you ever find yourself out there, definitely recommend checking it out. It is a pretty cool museum. I've been myself. I think the Midway Museum is definitely a little bit better. If you've been in the Midway Museum, you know it's really hard to beat, but it's still a really cool carrier to see and something a little bit different compared to the Midway. So yeah, really cool ship and all that. Before we go ahead and take a look at it though, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in my video description, where you can go ahead and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a viewer request of your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so again, definitely feel free to check that out. Link is down in the video description. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here to take a look at the USS Lexington CV-16 in her kind of modernized configuration. So the ship here, as you can see, is definitely in its modernized configuration. It's got this angled flight deck, which is one of its main changes. The elevator here kind of was incorporated into that angled flight deck, which is a pretty cool design if you ask me. I think that's cool how they did that. But you have the elevator right here, so this is the first elevator, and then there's also an elevator here to the other side. So you have two elevators on the ship. Again, you can really see the World War II influence, where these elevators are really not incorporated into the overall, flight deck. It's really kind of just sticks out and juts out, so it's kind of a weird and funky design for that. We have the conning tower here, obviously upgraded with all the different radar systems and stuff like that during the time. Surprisingly, Lexington went through a lot of different configurations. I believe this one here is kind of her early 1982 configuration, if I remember correctly. But there were a lot of different pictures that show stuff being moved around, so I just had to kind of settle and just try to replicate the best I can, because they were constantly changing stuff on her tower, which makes sense because they were always trying to implement new technologies and stuff like that. So makes sense. We have obviously the little gun batteries here on the side. I believe those were 5-inch guns. We then continue back. We have again more side detailing, all that stuff along the side. Nothing too crazy. A lot of just kind of walkways and stuff like that. As we approach back here, again, we have our other elevator. We have our big crane right here. And then we also have our other set of gun batteries here on the back. For the rear of the ship, nothing too special here. Just, again, some simple little detailing just kind of at the back. And it did have in some pictures these quad Bofors guns, so I went ahead and basically put those on as well. And then on the side here, again, we have some more of these gun batteries and all that. Like I said, there was a lot of conflicting designs and stuff like that with the Lexington, so this may be a hodgepodge of a few of the different versions she went through. I tried to keep it as best I can to, one particular time period or one typical design for her, but it's just very hard with just how crazy they were going with this carrier and just changing stuff constantly on it. So there may be some things that were out of place where this radar should have been on this side, should have been on that side, but I think for the most part this really captures the Lexington pretty well. Anyways, though, that's going to do it for this overview. Let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, moving into our first layer, we go ahead and start with layer 1. Quick few things I want to mention before we go ahead and jump into the tutorial is if you're completely new to my path to build tutorials, the first few layers here we're going to do for the whole are going to be basically half on, half off. What this means is I'm going to be building half of the ship, so the center line, and then the right side, and it'll be up to you guys to copy the right side over to the left side. This just kind of helps speeds up this easier part of the tutorial once we get into the more difficult parts, such as basically layer 4 and up, where we have a lot more complexities going on with the ship. That is when we will result to basically doing both sides all together. So this initial few layers here are just mainly to get us jump started into the build, and really there's no differences between the two sides. In addition, if you are planning to build this ship in the water, which I imagine a lot of you guys are going to want to do, you will want to make sure that you build this first layer, layer 1 here, basically a block underneath the water surface. You can see the blue concrete here is going to represent our water surface, and the red concrete is basically where our layer here is going to start. So make sure that you start at that point there. Very important if you're putting this in the water. Again, as I said, you want the ship to sit properly, and if you are putting it in the water and you put it too high or too low, it's going to look really weird and not going to sit right. Anyway, so let's go and jump into this tutorial. First thing we want to do here is we're going to place down a long row of red concrete. It's going to go all the way to the back of the ship for a total of 41 blocks. Again, from that first block there, all the way back we have 41 total blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down a brick top slab on the very end. That right there is going to make our center line, and now everything we do on the right side of the center line here is going to be copied over to the left side. We're going to start off by going ahead and going to the fourth block here. We're going to place down a red stained glass pane to the side. And again, that is the fourth block. And then we're going to place down one more glass pane back from that, followed by 2 brick walls like that going back. We're going to go ahead and then take our red concrete, and we're going to place down a row of red concrete. So it's going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 red concrete blocks. I'm going to double check my count because I had a little bit of a stutter there in my counts, but it is going to be 32 blocks in length back from that brick wall. We then want to place down a brick upside down stair, then a brick top slab, and then we're going to place down 2 lightning rods, followed by a acacia wood fence gate, and we're going to open the fence gate here toward the inside, and then a birchwood slab coming off that fence gate like so. We're going to go ahead and skip a space, place down a red stained glass pane, and then a brick wall, and then we can delete our block that we placed there, and that right there is going to start our first prop section there in our rudders. With that done, moving back up to the front, we're going to go ahead and go to the second red concrete block here to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and go back 2 brick walls. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Red concrete blocks back, followed by 2 brick upside down stairs. Again, 2 lightning rods going back. A acacia wood fence gate opened up toward this stair here, and then a birchwood slab that'll be coming off the side of the fence gate like that. After that is all complete there, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front here again, and we want to go ahead and go back to our 4th red concrete block. So right here, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th, then another brick top slab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 brick ups and downstairs, and then 2 brick top slabs to finish off our side there. We'll then go ahead and grab our lightning rods, and we're going to go ahead and go to the 3rd stair from each side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and over here same thing, 1, 2, 3, right there. And we're going to place down a acacia wood sign. We're going to go ahead and fill in the space in between those signs, like this all the way across, to go ahead and connect these 2 together. So you have something that looks like that there along the siding. And you're just going to go ahead and take the same thing copied over to the other side, and once you have that done on both sides, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer 1. Taking a look at it from above, this is what it should look like from the top down view. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 2. Moved into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, we're going to start off by going ahead and place down a red concrete block on top of this one, and we want to go ahead and then go back from that red concrete with a long row of red concrete going all the way the length of our ship for a total of 45 blocks after that first one. If we count the first one, it will be 46 blocks in length. So it should stick 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks past this brick top slab here on the end. After that, though, we're going to go then place down 3 brick top slabs back, and then an acacia wood trapdoor like so to go ahead and round off our center line on the rear. And again, that's going to be our center line, and we're going to go and start working our way out to the sides. We're going to go and go to our third red concrete block here from the front. We're going to place down a red stained glass pane, a second pane back, 2 brick walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35 red concrete blocks back, just like that. After we have that done, we're going to go then place down a... Or actually, we're going to go back a little bit further. So we have 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. So it's going to go back a little bit longer. I'm going to double check my count here. So we have 39 after those brick walls. So 39 back. And then we want to go ahead and place down a brick upside down stair here, followed by 2 brick walls. Should be on top of your rudders there. And then our acacia wood trapdoor right there. Our next row here is going to go start back up at the front here again. We're going to place down a red stained glass pane on top of this one, then a red stained glass pane forward, and then a brick wall back. We're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 of our red concrete blocks back. Then 1, 2, 3 brick ups downstairs, and then we're going to place down 2 brick top slabs, and then an acacia wood trapdoor on the very end. Our last row out to the side here is going to begin with 2 red stained glass panes, so on the second and third block here on the side. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 red concrete blocks back, 2 brick ups downstairs, and then we're going to place down 2 brick top slabs. So 1, 2. Also, right here, we're supposed to have 2 brick top slabs here, so you're supposed to have 3 ups downstairs and 2 brick top slabs. So not sure why I messed that up, but that right there is what it should look like there. And anyways, that right there is going to pretty much wrap that up. We also want to go and grab some acacia wood trapdoors, and we're just going to place down 2 more after this brick top slab there. And that right there should conclude everything we have here for this layer. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go. So with that, that is going to wrap up everything there is there for layer number 2. I'll go ahead and give you guys a top-down view of it, and that's going to be all of our portion that will be basically submerged below the water. With that, though, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 3. Layer 3 here is going to be one of those layers that for the most part is completely symmetrical. There are going to be a few asymmetry parts, and we'll talk about those a little bit further in depth once we get to that point. However, let's go ahead and jump into it. To begin with, we're going to go and take our stone blocks. I'm going to place down a stone block on top of this red concrete block here in the front. We're going to go and then go back 1, 2, 3, and 4, so you have a total of 5 stone blocks there. We're going to go and go to the side of the second and third blocks from the front. We're going to place down glass panes, 2 andesite walls back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks after that. We're going to go then place down a andesite wall here, then 2 light gray stainless panes going forward, then 3 stone blocks here, a andesite wall, and then a light gray stainless pane like that. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. And we'll double check our count here again. We have 28 blocks in length along the side. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 andesite walls, then a total of 4 light gray stainless panes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the inside here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone blocks, and there's stone block back, a andesite wall, light gray stainless pane. And on the inside here, we're going to place down 2 red concrete blocks on top of those 2 brick walls, a stone block here, and then a light gray stainless pane in that corner there. And then a stone block that's going to be on that center acacia wood trapdoor. So it's going to look like that there on the back. Now at this point in time, I would recommend going ahead and taking both sides and making sure both sides are copied over and look just like this from up above. So I would go ahead and pause the video now, make sure that you have both sides transferred over properly. You can use this kind of above view as a good kind of guide for it. But yeah, you want basically this setup here, and once you're good with that and everything, then we are going to go ahead and move into basically the little asymmetry parts for it, which really aren't too much for the ship. Alright guys, so a little bit of asymmetry we do have going on in this layer. We're going to go ahead and start off with going ahead and placing down a polished black stone button on this stone block here. So it's going to be right here and there the bow. We're going to go ahead and go back, place down a polished black stone button here. We're going to go and skip 2 spaces. Our third space, we're going to place down an air button. We're going to go then place down 2 iron trapdoors like so, an air button, 2 iron trapdoors, and an air button. Again, we're going to skip 2 spaces, place down a button, and then this time we're going to skip 2 spaces again, And this time we're going to place down a lever. We're going to go ahead and skip 2 spaces again, place down a polished black stone button. So again, we're having that block of 2 space between. We're going to go ahead and skip an airspace of 2, and we're going to place down our lever. An airspace of 2 button, and then on this last stone block here, another polished black stone button. And that right there is going to run along the side there, and that's going to be our right side. Our left side here is going to be a little bit different. We're going to place down our button here, and again, we're going to go ahead and skip that space of 2. And then we have our narrow button. Skip an airspace of 2, we have our lever. Skip an airspace of 2, we have our button. And then we're going to skip an airspace of 2, lever. 2 spaces, button, 2 spaces, button, 2 spaces, button, 2 spaces, button, and 2 spaces, button, like that along the side there. So pretty straightforward, really nothing too complex, but you just want to make sure that your levers here, those are the main kind of portions. Looking at from above here, this is what it should look like, and those levers there are going to kind of highlight where our elevators are going to sit a little bit later. But yeah, again, this is what you want to basically have from up above. And with that, we are pretty much done here with layer 3. At this point in time, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer 4, which will basically involve us actually having to do the entire layer all together, because there are going to be some parts that are going to be different. And structurally, it's kind of easier just to do it, on both sides differently from each other. Anyways, though, with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 4. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer here, we have layer 4. One thing I do want to mention from the previous layer that I like to do is I do like to go ahead and fill the inside in here of this layer, even though we don't need to. So for me, I like to fill it in just completely with stone. I like my builds kind of being a little more solid, and it's kind of an easier kind of plane to build on for this next layer, or for the layers going upwards. So just keep that in mind. You can fill this in if you want to. Again, not completely necessary. Anyways, though, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block on top of this one up here in the front to get started, followed by a light gray stainless paint back from that. We then want to place down a total of 3 stone blocks down the center, so 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stainless paint, so 2 here. And then an andesite wall, and same thing over here. 1, 2, and then an andesite wall like that. And then we're going to place down a stone block on both sides of this stone block here. We're going to then go back from that stone block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and then place down an andesite wall coming out this last block, and 2 light gray stainless panes going forward. After that, going back from that wall there, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 stone blocks, andesite wall to the side of the last block, light gray stainless pane. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, andesite wall, light gray stainless pane. At this point here, this is where we start to get into a bit of our differences. So we're going to go and start our attention here first on the right side. For the right side here, we're going to go ahead and basically grab ourselves some stones and some slabs here, as we will be needing them. Birchwood signs, some skeleton skulls, stone brick slabs, birchwood fence gates, so on. We're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a stone slab on top of this wall here. And then we want to go ahead and then place down 2 stone stairs like so. Behind these stone stairs, we're going to go ahead and grab black concrete. And we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 black concrete blocks, just to kind of close the inside off like that. We then want to place down a row of birchwood signs along the side of those 3 blocks. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone full block. After that stone full block, we want to go ahead and then place down a block right here, and then we're going to place down a skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle there on top of that block, so it's going to sit like that on that space. We're going to go back from that skeleton skull with 2 stone brick slabs. They're going to have birchwood signs on both those slabs. Then 2 birchwood fence gates. And we're going to have these opened up toward each other, like so. Again, birchwood signs here on the side of those fence gates. Another stone brick slab. Another birchwood sign. And then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a grindstone. We're going to place down a grindstone here. And then another skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle on top of that button right there. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone stairs like so. And then 2 black concrete blocks behind those stairs. And we're going to go ahead and just take our stone blocks and go back from the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Along the side there like so. We're going to go ahead and continue on with our stone blocks for 1, 2, and 3 more spaces. On this third one here, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor on top of this polished black stone button. And then we're going to go place down 2 more iron trapdoors back. In this space right here, we're going to place down an upside down stone stair. And then a stone full block. And the second one right there. Behind the stair, we're going to place down a black concrete block. And we then want to go ahead and grab our birchwood signs. And we're going to go ahead and wrap our birchwood signs here around these trapdoors. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab our stone brick walls. We're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of this lever here. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some gray carpet. so right here. And we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpet, a stone block, and then a stone brick wall. We're going to go then place down a row of black concrete for what basically be our open bay there into the ship. You can also close the doors here if you want. You can use polished andesite or something like that to put some doors that go across here to make it look closed off, or andesite walls will also work. Anyways though, after that is done there, we're going to go and then place down another stone block, like so. And coming off that stone block, we're going to place down another stone block here to the side. And that's going to be followed up with a stone top slab, which we'll go ahead and grab a slab from up here. And we're going to place down a top slab to the side there. On the side of this stone full block, we're going to go and take a skeleton skull. And we're going to be placing down a skeleton skull on the side of this stone block like that. And then we're going to place down another stone block here. Then the second one. Coming off the second one, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor. After that, go ahead and continue on. We're going to take our stone blocks and we're going to go ahead and just go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone blocks back. We then want to go ahead and place down 2 andesite walls. And then 2 light gray stainless panes. On the inside here of those blocks, we're going to place down a row of 4 of stone full blocks like so. And we're going to go ahead and go 1 more wall back and then a light gray stainless pane. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone blocks over. A stone upside down stair that's going to be coming off those 2 stone blocks on the sides there, and then a skeleton skull there in the middle. Also on the side here, we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stainless pane coming off this wall here, this stone block, and then we're going to go and skip a space, and then that 3rd stone block from the end of that row. And it's going to be done on both sides there. And then lastly, for the right side, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate coming off the side of this stone stair, opened up toward it like so. And once you have that done, that's going to pretty much wrap up everything we have there for the right side. And taking a look at it from above, that's what it should look like from the top-down view. With that though, we're going to go and move over here to our left side, which is definitely a lot more easier to do. We're going to start off with a light gray stainless paint on the side of this stone block here. Then we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks. Then we want to go ahead and go to our last 5 stone blocks, or rather actually, sorry, it's going to be a row of 6. So we're going to go ahead and go 1 more. On our last 3, we're going to go ahead and place down walls, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 glass panes going forward like so. In this inside section here, we're going to go and take our gray wool, and we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with 2 rows of 3 of gray wool, and then a row of 3 of stone like that for our back kind of stern deck. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block right there, and then we want to go and then take our stone stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone stairs along the side there. So it's going to end right here on this at this point. We then want to go and take our birchwood signs, and along those 9 stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down birchwood signs. So it's going to take a moment here, but we're going to go ahead and just do this for every single stair, like this along the way. So just like that. We then want to take our stone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On top of this lever here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall. And then we're going to go ahead and on the remaining stone blocks, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone upside down stairs. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and take our gray carpet, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a stone block here, and then a stone brick wall. Again, you can make the little doors to slide across there, and you can use the walls or polished andesite or something to close that space off. But for us, we're going to have the doors open, and we're going to go ahead and take our black concrete and just fill that in across like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone stairs again, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of stone stairs going toward the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go and take our birchwood signs here again, and we're just going to run along the side here. So just like that. And once you have that all done right there, that's going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for layer number 4 for the build. Nothing too complex or anything like that, but this is what we should have for the top-down view with this layer complete. Again, you can choose to leave the space open if you do want to, or you can go ahead and fill it in. Either one is, possible to do. But yeah, that right there is going to conclude everything there for layer number 4. And with that, let's move on to layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 5. Layer 5 here, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a wall on top of this glass pane here, and then a stone block behind that. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 stone block out to both sides from that stone block there, and then a light gray stainless pane like so. We then want to go ahead and place down an item frame on the front wall here, a black bed in the item frame, and then if you're on Java, we'll place a birchwood sign over the side there of that over that wall there. Now, the item frames and birchwood signs are only able to be placed together if you are on Java. If you are not on Java, you will unfortunately not be able to do that feature, so just keep that in mind going forward. Anyways, though, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and skip a space out to the side here, and we're going to go ahead and place down our birchwood fence gate. And we want to open this fence gate toward the outside. We're going to do the same thing over here as well. And again, we're just going to open this to both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down an item frame here on the side, a light gray bed in the item frame rotated like so, and a birchwood sign. And same thing over here, item frame and a light gray bed rotated. Again, we want the pillow facing toward the front, and a birchwood sign over it for Java players. So it's going to look like that there for the front. Going ahead and going back from this, we're going to go ahead and go back from the stone block 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and place down a wall on the fifth block here, and then 2 light gray stained glass panes forward. Same thing over here. And then we're going to go and grab our polished black stone buttons, and we're going to place down 1, 2, and same thing over here, 1, 2. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stone blocks back, and then same thing over here. We're going to place down an andesite wall here, and then 1 and 2 light gray stained glass panes forward. Same thing here, stone wall, 2 light gray stained glass panes forward. Same thing is going to be done on both sides here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors, and then 1, 2 right here. Same thing here, 1, 2, and then 3 like that along the side. After that is all done, we want to go ahead and then place down a stone block, come out the side of this here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a stone top slab, coming off the side of that stone block like so. And we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention solely on the right side. We're going to go ahead and then take our black concrete, we're going to place down a row of 3, like this across, and then we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some end rods, which probably be easier just to grab from here. And we're going to place down 2 end rods on top of those 2 stone blocks. We're going to place down our stone block here, and then we want to go and then place down our upside down stairs on top of these 2. So we're going to have our upside down stairs like that, and our black concrete behind those blocks. After that, we're going to take our andesite walls, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 along the side here, and we'll then place down the stone blocks behind the walls to fill in any gaps that might come up. We're going to go then place down 2 more stone blocks here, and we're going to go then place down 2 iron trapdoors on the side of those stone blocks. Now, if you're a Java player, we can go ahead and type in the command /give @p Minecraft :debug _stick. And what we can do here is we can left click these item frames, or these iron trapdoors, until we get selected open false pop up on our screen, and then we can right click and actually set them to lay flat against the side there. Now that's going to be only for Java players. If you're not on Java, you can simply use birchwood trapdoors or just not include the trapdoors at all. Either way will work, but the iron trapdoors here just add a little bit of a extension here and just add more detail to that side of the build. Anyways, though, continuing on after that, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone blocks along the side here. A stone brick wall on top of this one. We'll go ahead and then grab our levers. We're going to place down 2 levers, and then 2 skeleton skulls forward. For this section here, we're going to go and place down again a row of black concrete all the way across. We then want to go ahead and take our stone slabs, and we're going to place down a row of 5 stone top slabs across. Alright guys, so going ahead and continue on, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick top slab coming off these 2 stone top slabs there at the sides, and we're going to go ahead and place down iron trap doors coming off those going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block in this spot here, a stone brick wall, and we then want to go ahead and place down a stone block here that's going to be come off to the side here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some light gray, or rather some dark gray carpet, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 carpets along the side there. On top of that stone slab there, we are going to go ahead and place down an anvil, as well as a stone brick upside down stair coming off of it. We then want to go ahead and take our andesite walls, so we'll go ahead and grab some from right here, and we're going to go ahead and just place down a row of andesite walls. It's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go ahead and just go back for 4 for right now. We're also going to go ahead and place down a chain in this space here, which we're going to have face upwards like so. And we then want to go ahead and grab our quartz slabs, and we're going to place down a quartz top slab, and then a second top slab back from that, followed by a stone full block in this space. We're going to go then place down an andesite wall right here, and then another stone full block like that. Coming off the side here of this stone full block, we're going to go ahead and place down an andesite wall, and then a skeleton skull. We then want to place down another stone block right here, and that's going to be followed up with a row of 2 of stone top slabs. So we're going to go 1, 2 top slabs to the side here. We're going to place down another stone block right here, their andesite wall, and another skeleton skull. Same thing here, stone block, 2 stone top slabs to the side, another stone block here, andesite wall, and a skeleton skull like that going to the side. Then going back from this stone block, we're going to go and place down 2 more additional blocks back, as well as a skeleton skull here on the end. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some scaffolding, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scaffolding across like so, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks across. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and set up a stone block on the side here of this one, and then 1 on the side of the scaffolding, and then a skeleton skull like so. At this point, we're going to go ahead and basically do all of our back detailing here for the ship. So for this to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor that's going to sit on. So actually, we're going to go ahead and make one quick adjustment here. We're actually going to go ahead and move our scaffolding forward 1 block, and then we want to go ahead and then fill this in with stone where that original scaffolding was. So it should look like this. We're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor here to both sides, and then going up from that iron trapdoor, or on the iron trapdoor itself, we're going to take our debug stick here, and we're just going to go ahead and manually close them like so. We then want to go ahead and take our redstone repeaters. We're going to place down a repeater here, split the notches apart from each other like so. And then in that middle space there, we want to go ahead and grab a gray carpet. We're going to place down a gray carpet here. We're going to follow this up with our stone cutters. We're going to place down a stone cutter like this. Same thing here. Dark oak fence gate opened up toward the stone cutters on both sides like so. And then lastly here for the back, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence post on the right side here on top of that. In this item frame here, we're going to go ahead and place down a yellow bed like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention here onto the left side. We're going to go ahead and go from this stone block. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, and 4 more stone blocks forward from that. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves an andesite wall, and we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and place down an andesite wall coming off this stone block here, then a skeleton skull. We then want to place down 2 stone top slabs here to the side. This is going to be followed up with a stone upside down, or rather actually we'll just place down an andesite wall here again and a skeleton skull. We then want to place down our 2 stone top slabs, another stone wall here, and another skeleton skull like that. Coming off this stone wall, we're going to place down a skeleton skull as well, facing toward the back, so it's going to look like this here on the left side. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of andesite walls on top of our stone walls, on our stone stairs. And we're going to go ahead and then grab our iron trapdoors, which we'll grab one from right here, and we're going to place down 2 out to the side, so 1, 2. We then want to place down 3 stone blocks here, and then another row of 3 like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3 of black concrete, and then we're going to place down gray carpet on top of these stone stairs here. We also want to go ahead and place down a upside down stair that's going to come off of this stone block out to the side, so 1, 2, 3 upside down stairs there. And then we're going to place down 1, 2 stone blocks, another 2, and then another 2 stone upside down stairs. We'll place down a stone block here, stone brick wall, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of black concrete across. We'll follow this up with our stone top slabs, which is going to be a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then another stone block here with a stone brick wall on top of the one from the previous layer. Like we did for the elevator on the other side there, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall, or stone brick top slab coming off those stone blocks, and the iron trapdoor coming off those top slabs to the side. We're going to go ahead and then switch back to our andesite walls, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 andesite walls forward, and then a stone block right here on the very end. We're also going to place down an iron trapdoor coming off this last wall, and one more out to the side there like so. At this point in time, I would also go ahead and take your stone blocks, and I would go ahead and place down a row behind these andesite walls just to make sure that they're filled in completely. There's no gaps showing through the walls and everything like that. So we'll do this here to both sides and make sure those are all covered up and good to go. So with that all done, that right there is going to conclude what we have for layer 5 of the build. Taking a look at it from the top down view, this is what you should have. And once you have that all complete, you are done with this layer, and you're good to go ahead and move on to your next layer, which will be layer number 6. So with that, let's move on up to layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. Layer 6 here is going to be probably one of our longer layers, as we do have quite a bit going on in this layer, so just make sure you're paying close attention and we'll get through this layer as best we can. Let's go ahead and get started though. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across the front here, so it's going to be like this across, and then we want to go ahead and then place down 3 polished black stone buttons coming off those stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and then place down one more stone block out to both sides, and then coming off this stone block, we're going to go ahead and place down a piston that comes forward for Java players. If you are not a Java player, instead of the pistons, I would recommend going ahead and probably placing down stone brick stairs or something along those lines. But basically what we're going to go ahead and do next is place down a skeleton skull coming off those blocks, and then we're going to go ahead and right click the pistons with a debug stick, and it will get rid of that wood portion. It really helps kind of shape our little extensions here on the front of the ship. Anyways, after that is done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a birchwood fence gate in this spot. We're going to go ahead and open this up to the outside, so just like we did before. And we'll go ahead and grab our item frame here. And our light gray bed, we're going to place down our item frame, our light gray bed in the item frame, rotated sideways, and then a birchwood sign here on the side of that, again for Java players, and same thing over here, like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone full blocks, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of stone full blocks back, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We then want to go ahead and grab some stone top slabs and some stairs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 top slabs, and then 2 stone upside down stairs. Same thing over here. 1, 2 top slabs, or sorry, 3 stone top slabs, and then 2 stone upside down stairs. We're going to switch back to our stone full blocks, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the side here, like so. Now, once we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and also grab ourselves some end rods and some chains. We're going to go ahead and place down a end rod that's going to come off of this stone top slab, so this one here, and the second one right after it. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 chains coming off those end rods. And then for our next set here, we're going to go ahead and then place down an end rod coming off this stair here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a stone block, and then an end rod coming off that stone block, and then we're just going to take our 2 chains and go out to the side here like that. So we should have that right there, and we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So again, we have our end rods and our 2 chains coming off our end rods like that to go ahead and make our little antenna here. You could also have these stuck upwards if you want them as well, though it seems like most of the time they would have them in this down position, like so. Anyways, though, once we get to this point here, we want to go ahead and then take our stone blocks. We're going to place down a stone block here, then we'll do 3 gray carpet here. So instead of that stone block, we'll do 3 gray carpet, and then a stone block right here. And then we're going to place down 1 and 2 stone blocks like that. Same thing over here. We're going to do our 3 gray carpet, our stone block, and then 2 stone blocks filling that space there. Now at this point, we have our side guns here. This is going to be a grindstone, like so, and another grindstone here with an end rod coming off those 2 grindstones. That space in between those grindstones, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor as well as a birchwood sign. We're going to go ahead and do the same technique over here on this side. So grindstone, end rod, iron trapdoor, birchwood sign. Now with that complete, we then want to go ahead and place down another iron trapdoor here, followed by a birchwood sign. Same thing here. And then on this stone top slab here, we're going to go ahead and place down an anvil. And that's going to be over here on the right side. So the right side here, we're going to place down an anvil. And the left side is where we start to get a little bit of a difference here. This is going to be a light gray stainless pane, followed by an andesite wall back from that pane, and then an air stone block behind that wall there. And then we're going to have an anvil on this iron trapdoor. So this is where we kind of start to get into our differences here, and we're going to go and start focusing solely on the right side. So after we have this done here, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We're going to place down 30 stone blocks back for the time being. So again, that is going to be 30 blocks back. Also, one thing I want to do as well is I want to go and grab some black concrete, and we're going to go ahead and replace these blocks right here with black concrete, so kind of create this little depth to the area where those guns are going to be located there, back in the front. But anyways, once we have this row done along the side here, we're going to go and switch back to our end rods and our chains here, and we're going to place down an end rod come off the side of this block, and then 2 chains to the side. We then want to go ahead and grab an item frame as well as a iron bar. And we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame here, iron bar in the item frame, then an end rod, 2 chains out to the side, another end rod, and another 2 chains out to the side there. We're going to go and then place down a skeleton skull here, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, or rather, it's going to be, 2 walls. So my bad, it's going to be 2 andesite walls there, and then we're going to go and switch to our stone stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone stairs, then 2 andesite walls, and we're going to go and stop right there. On the second wall here and these first 2 stairs, we're going to place down our item frames, and we want to go and then go into those item frames with iron bars, and we're going to place them in like so along the side there. After that is all complete, we want to go ahead and then place down a light gray stainless pane that's going to be on top of this lever here, then an air stone block in this spot right here, and then a stone block right here. We're going to go ahead and then come off of this stone block with a andesite wall, And after we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down an anvil that will be right on top of this iron trapdoor, as well as another stone block here in this space here. We're going to go to this side, we're going to place down a stone block here as well, another anvil in that spot. Then going forward from the anvil, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate, and then a stone top slab. Same thing here, birchwood fence gate, and a stone top slab. We then want to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 stone top slabs across this space here, and then we're going to go ahead and fill in the remaining space across with birchwood fence gates like so for our elevator here. Our next section is going to be a stone block that's going to be on top of this wall here. Then we're going to go ahead and go forward from that with a andesite wall. And one quick adjustment we're going to make right here is we're actually going to go and take this wall and we're actually going to go and shift it back one. So it should be next to that anvil, and it should look like this here for this section. Anyways, though, after that's done, we're going to go ahead and continue on back to this space here. We want to go ahead and grab ourselves another grindstone, and we're going to place down a grindstone that's going to go directly on top of this anvil here. And we want to go ahead and then place down a lever that's going to be on top of the stair and pointing back toward the grindstone. We're going to go ahead and then take our stone brick slabs, which we'll go ahead and grab from actually right here. And we're going to place down 2 stone brick slabs going forward from the little lever there, and actually we're going to go and take these and we're going to go ahead and actually have them angled in, and they should be over this space here. After that is done, we're going to go ahead and also place down a andesite wall in this space right here. Continuing on, we're going to grab ourselves an anvil, and there's going to be an anvil on top of this quartz block here, followed by a lever that's going to be pointed toward the structure of the ship like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a birchwood sign on the side of this block here. And we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some iron trapdoors, and we're going to go and do a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors across the space like so. Now in this section here, we're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor on top of this wall, and we're going to go and then place down a skeleton skull on top of this one. We then want to go ahead and place down our grindstone, which is going to be sitting right here, and then an end rod coming off it like that. We're going to go and then place down another iron trapdoor here, followed by another skeleton skull. Again, we're going to place down a grindstone and then an end rod. And then another iron trapdoor here, followed by another skeleton skull at a slight angle like that on the side there. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block here. Behind these iron trapdoors, we are going to take our black concrete and just fill this in with a row of 4. And then continue to work our way toward the back here. We're going to place down another stone block going back, a skeleton skull on the side of that block. And then at this point, we're going to go ahead and place down one more stone block, like so. And we're going to go ahead and then switch to our stone brick. And we want to place down a stone brick full block here, and then a stone brick top slab to the side. So it's going to look like basically that. And then we're going to place down 2 stone brick top slabs here. Now we want to go ahead and then go off of this stone block here. There's also going to be a stone brick top slab coming off that top slab, and this top slab we're going to place down 2 end rods, and we're going to go ahead and then connect, or have 2 chains come out from those end rods out to the sides, like so. And continuing on, we have our whole kind of back section here of the ship. We're going to work on our stern. So for this, across the scaffolding, we're going to place down stone brick full blocks, and it's going to end on top of that last scaffolding block over here to the left side. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a andesite wall that's going to be in the center. So we're going to find the center of our ship right here, and then we're going to go and place down a stone brick top slab to both sides, and then a stone upside down stair like this coming off those top slabs to both sides. So it should look like this here on the back. After that, we're going to go ahead and take our stone brick top slabs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 across the space, or rather, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate right here and open it up toward that top slab. Coming off this fence gate, we're going to go ahead and also place down an item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to place down a yellow bed on it, just like that, basically bringing that upwards. So we have our kind of right side done, and float over here to our kind of stern of the ship. On this side here, we're going to place down another end rod, and then we're going to take our chains, and we're going to place down 2 chains out to the side there. So same thing, 1, 2, and right here, end rod, and 2 chains out to the side. Now, at this point, we want to go and then place down a stone block on top of this space here. And we're going to go and take our iron trapdoors here, and we're going to go and do kind of the same thing we did before. So we're going to place down our 1, 2, 3, 4 iron trapdoors. We're going to go and place our black concrete behind those blocks. And then we're going to go ahead and just place down 2 more stone blocks going forward. Now, in this space here, we want to go ahead and then place down a iron trapdoor here. It's going to have a birchwood sign on the side of it, and then a skeleton skull on top of this one. It's going to be about a 45-degree angle like so. We're going to go ahead and then grab a grindstone. We're going to place down a grindstone here, end rod to the side. We're going to go ahead and then place down a iron trapdoor here, another skeleton skull, then a grindstone right here, end rod, then another skeleton skull on top of this, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down an iron trapdoor on top of that wall, like so. With that all complete, we want to go ahead and then place down, or actually this skull here is actually going to be swapped out for a diagonal one, so it's going to be kind of angled like that. Anyways, though, once that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go off the side here of this grindstone, or rather this iron trapdoor here. We're going to place down a stone full block, and then we just want to go and take an anvil out to the side. So we'll grab an anvil like so, and we're just going to place down an anvil to the side there. We're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone blocks on top of those andesite walls. We want to go ahead and then place down a row of stone blocks that's going to be coming off this one. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go ahead and then grab ourselves some light gray stained glass panes, and we will need our end rods and our chains again here, so make sure you do grab those as well. We're going to go ahead and go to the second space after this anvil, so we're going to skip a space. We're going to place down 3 glass planes on the center glass pane. We're going to place down an end rod and 2 chains out to the side. Our next section here is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone full blocks. On this first full block of stone, we're going to place down an end rod and 2 chains. We're going to go and then skip a space, place down another end rod, and 2 chains out to the side here as well. After we have that done right there, we're going to go ahead and continue our stone forward. So 1, 2, 3 more. And on these 3 blocks, we're going to place down 3 light gray stained glass panes, followed by a birchwood sign on the side of this pane here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull coming off of that pane. So it's going to come off of this pane here like that to the side. We're going to then go to this glass pane. We're going to place down an end rod. And again, we're going to have our chains come out to the side. It's going to be a total of 3 out to the side there like so. Then for this section here, we're just going to take our stone blocks, just go off the glass panes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forward. And we just want to fill this space in over this. We're just going to go ahead and cover that empty or that open space there with stone full blocks. So it just fills in like so. Continuing with our stone full blocks, we're going to go ahead and stop once we get to this point. And we want to go ahead and switch over to our stone top slabs. And we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 top slabs here, and then a stone full block on top of that wall. We're going to go and basically do the same thing we did for the elevator before. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks across this space here. And we're going to go ahead and then grab our stone full blocks that's going to go on top of the stone brick top slabs. And then we want to go ahead and then grab our anvils and our birchwood fence gates. So we're going to place down an anvil here. Then our birchwood fence gates coming off those anvils, and then our stone top slabs making a row of 5 across. Then the space in between here, we're just going to fill in with our birchwood fence gates, like so. After that is done there, we want to go ahead and then grab a stone block, and we're going to go ahead and start off on top of this stone brick wall here. And we're going to go ahead and just place down 2 stone top slabs forward from it, or actually, sorry, rather 3 forward, like that. Once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone blocks, and we're going to place down a row on top of the andesite walls here, so it should connect up to the front. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down a row, or rather, we're going to go ahead and place down 1 row out here to the side. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of these blocks like that out to the side. So it should look like that. And then we're going to go ahead and take our item frames. We're going to place down 1, 2. And in those item frames, we want to go ahead and place down some white beds. So we're going to place down 1, 2. And we then want to go ahead and grab some skeleton skulls. We're going to place down 1, 2 here. 2 item frames again. 2 white beds rotated sideways. And we're going to go ahead and then place down birchwood signs on the side here, again applicable for Java players. And after you have that all done right there, you pretty much have the outline of the ship complete here for this layer. This layer is definitely one of our more difficult layers, as we do have a lot going on here, but here's kind of an aerial view looking down on it, what it kind of looks like. One thing that we're also going to go ahead and throw on here are a few things I did, or one thing that I did miss. And this is actually going to go ahead and go into these stone brick slabs here, and we actually want to place down 2 chains here to the side of that as well. So just make sure that that gets translated over. And then also this where this sign is, that's actually going to be a stone slab and then a sign here to the side. So just go ahead and make that quick change as well. But as you can see, that's pretty much it for what we have here. Taking a look again at above, this is what we should have for the top-down view. At this point in time, I would recommend now going ahead and filling the inside in with all the rest needs to be filled in. For this, I will be going ahead and using gray wool, which I feel is the kind of best looking color for a deck, or just has the best texture and all that stuff. So I will just go ahead and fill this in completely with some gray wool blocks, just like that. So fills in completely, and again kind of gives a better look at the top down view. The stone is necessary, as that's kind of our outline around the ship, and most of it will be covered up with carpet anyway, but I like to do as much gray as possible just to have that kind of filled in and looking nice. Anyways, though, that is going to be it for layer 5, or sorry, layer number 6, and that's going to be probably our more difficult layer of the build. From here on out, we just have the flight deck markings to do, and really the conning tower, and we're pretty much done with this build. So with that, let's move into layer number 7. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer here, we have layer 7. Layer 7 here, as I mentioned, is going to be basically covering our deck markings and pretty much getting our conning tower started. So let's go ahead and get started here. First thing we want to do is we're going to go and take our rails, and we're going to place down a long row of our rails going down the center line here. Now this here is going to be basically going after these pistons, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we're going to go and stop at 15 of these rails back. Same thing is going to be done over here on this side as well. So just like that. We then want to go and take our white carpet. We're going to go and go from the front. We're going to place down 2 white carpets here and 2 white carpets like that on both sides. That would be basically the numbering there for the carrier. After that, we want to go ahead and then go basically in between our grindstones. So we're going to find our grindstones here. Going to go ahead and kind of pinpoint that center point. And we're going to go ahead and place down a acacia wood button here. We're going to then place down a birchwood button like that to both sides. Another acacia wood button going back. Birchwood button back on both sides. Then another acacia wood button on both sides, and then a birchwood button there in the center. This is kind of like this little outline here. I believe there is a forward elevator, and that's what that is indicating. After that is all done, we want to go ahead and then move back to what will be our conning tower. So this here is going to be started with a black concrete block that's going to go on top of this space right here. We're going to go then place down a black stained glass pane going forward from it, and then a black stained glass pane to both sides. We're going to go then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone blocks. And we're going to place down 6 light gray stained glass panes along the side there of those 6 blocks. So just like that. After that is all complete there, we will be going ahead and now moving into our markings here for the flight deck. So it can be kind of chaotic here. We do have a lot going on here, so just make sure you're paying close attention to these markings. But let's get started here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our white carpet, and we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the side here. Or actually, sorry, it's going to be 5 along the side. Then a gray carpet here, and then we're going to place down a white carpet in this spot. So for this section here, I'm going to make one quick adjustment. There's actually supposed to be an additional 1, 2, 3 stone top slabs to the side there, so go ahead and make sure you throw those on right now. That's something I did miss in the previous layer, so let's go ahead and add that on. Anyways, so at this point, we're going to go then place down a yellow carpet, then a red carpet, and then we want to place down a yellow carpet again as well. We're going to then place down a white carpet, and we're going to go ahead and then go forward from that white carpet with 2 yellow carpets. Then we're going to go ahead and go at an angle, place down a yellow carpet like so. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 white carpets forward, and then 1 white carpet right here. We're going to then go 1 and 2 white carpets toward the conning tower, then 1, 2 back. We're going to then go toward the conning tower again at an angle, place down 1 white carpet, followed by 2, 3, 4. And then we want to place down a yellow carpet in this space like that. So this right here is kind of what it should look like. And then we're going to run a red carpet, yellow carpet, red carpet. And then we'll then take our gray carpet, and we can just fill in the top here of the elevator with our gray carpet like so. So it should look like this here so far. We then want to go ahead and go back from the red carpet, a total of 1, 2 white carpets. Then we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward and back 1, 2, 3, 4. Then forward and back 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward and back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward and back 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2 like that to go ahead and finish that line off. We're going to go then place down a white carpet here. Then 1, 2, 3 out to the side here. Going forward from this white carpet, we're going to place down 1, 2. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, again, then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And it should connect up. And that right there is what we want there for our markings. Now down the center line here, we're going to go ahead and place down a white carpet. Then we're going to go over white carpet, then 1, 2, 3 yellow, a white carpet, then over again, 2 white carpet, 2 yellow carpet going up and at an angle, 1, 2, 3 white carpet, then 1, 2, 3 yellow carpet, 2 white carpet again kind of toward the side there, white carpet, 1, 2, 3 yellow carpet, and then 1 white carpet right there to connect us all together. At this point in time, we'll go ahead and then take our gray carpet, and on all the remaining stone blocks and even the gray wool, I would recommend just going ahead and place down gray carpet to kind of keep our deck an even size, because you can see the carpet does have a slight little lip to it, so I would recommend just kind of going ahead and covering the entire deck, including all of the gray wool blocks that we already have placed down the center. But it's going to go ahead and cover the iron trap doors, any of these stone blocks that we have placed, and it's going to basically just fill in the entire deck here of the ship. And it's going to really just kind of create our flight deck, bring everything all together, all of our colors and all of our markings and all that stuff. And obviously don't forget these 2 blocks here. And again, we'll do the same thing over here, just filling this all in. This is going to be filled in like so, and it's also going to have, or actually one quick thing we are going to go and do is we do have the markings here on this, which I almost actually forgot about. To do this pretty simple, you're going to place down a red carpet on top of this wall here. Then you're going to place down a yellow carpet. And then we want to go ahead and go over red, yellow, red, yellow, red. And then it's going to be yellow and red out to the side there. So really simple to do. And you're going to go ahead and again continue your gray carpet, and you'll cover up the anvils, stone top slabs, and birchwood fence gates here to go ahead and make this side elevator here. And again, we just want to go ahead and take our gray carpet, and we're just going to cover up all of these blocks here, as well as this wall right there. Make sure you get that wall. And again, these iron trap doors. Going toward the front here, again, we have all these stone blocks that need to be covered up. So that's just going to be filled in. We'll even put one on top of this wall here. And then across the space, we're also going to place down our gray carpet. Continue this. Wrap this all the way around. Again, we have our gray carpet going across that space. And it's going to run us all the way up here and connect up there. And we will place down 1 gray carpet here to the side on top of that wall. So just like that. And that right there is pretty much it. I mean, again, you're going to go and take all your gray carpet and just fill in every block on the inside here as well with your gray carpet, but I'm not going to go in and do that completely for the tutorial because it's not completely necessary, at least for the tutorial version. But for your version, I would recommend again filling this whole space in with that gray carpet to avoid those little lips. If you really don't care about the lips, then it's really not that big of a deal. You can go ahead and move on, but you know, again, it's just kind of up to personal preference there. But that right there is going to pretty much complete what we have here for this layer. Looking at it from the top-down view, this is what we should have with our deck markings complete, and with that all good to go. With that all done, though, that's going to probably move us into our last final layers here, which will basically consist of pretty much all the conning tower and all that detail on the top. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our final layers here, we have layers 8 through 18. For these layers to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a black concrete block on top of this glass pane here, and then we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull to both sides. We're going to go ahead and then place down an item frame, come off the front of that block, a black bed rotated sideways in that space there, and we then want to go ahead and place down a birchwood sign that's going to go over the side there of it, like so. Or actually not birchwood, we want to go ahead and actually grab dark oak wood instead, as it will blend a lot better. So just like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a dragon head that's going to be to both sides here on top of those glass panes, and then we just want to place down another black concrete block here in the center. We're going to go ahead and then go up from this block here with another black concrete, another item frame, and another black bed rotated sideways with a dark oak wood sign in that item frame. We're going to go ahead and then place down another dragon head to both sides of that black concrete block like so. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves our iron bars, and we're just going to place down 1 and 2, and actually, sorry, 3 iron bars up from those wither skeleton skulls for some antenna. After that, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks here, followed by another 2, then we have 4 rows of 2 so far. We're going to go ahead and go to 5 and 6, so 6 rows of 2 going back like so. Now along the sides here, we're going to go ahead and focus on our right side first. This is going to be done first with a stone stair, birchwood sign, 1, 2, 3, 4 glass panes, another stone stair, and a birchwood sign. Our next row up from that is going to be 2 stone stairs, again our birchwood signs on the side, then 2 light gray stainless panes, and again 2 stone stairs with our birchwood signs on the sides of those blocks. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone brick top slab that's going to go back from this center space here, so it's going to be stone brick top slab right here. Then we're going to place down a direct wall. On the side here of these stairs, we're also going to place down our birchwood signs like so to kind of complete that look there. We'll then grab ourselves some smooth quartz. So we'll grab some slabs here. wherever those are located. So right here, we're going to place down a full block and then 1 block up. Then on the sides here around it, we're going to place down some diorite walls, and underneath here, that stone brick slab, coming off of it, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor back. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go over to our other side here, and we're going to go and do some of the detailing for this side. So for this side, it's going to be slightly different compared to what we did on the other side here. So we're going to start off with a stone stair here, and then a birchwood sign. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 stone stairs, and then 2 birchwood signs. We're going to go ahead and then take our light gray stainless paint. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to place down a birchwood sign on the sides here of those first glass panes on both ends. We then want to go ahead and place down an andesite wall, actually, in replace of this block here. And we're going to go ahead and then place down in this spot a smoker. So it's going to be a smoker right here. And then right below that, we're going to place down a stone full block. Now, coming off that stone full block, we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame. And we then want to go ahead and place down a black bed in the item frame rotated sideways, and then a birchwood sign on the side of like that. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then grab our iron bars here, and we're going to go ahead and place down an iron bar going up from this, or 2 iron bars going up from this sign here. We're going to place the sign on the side of the smoker, and we're going to go up 2 iron bars as well from that. We then want to go ahead and grab a redstone repeater, and we're going to place down a redstone repeater in this space here, separate the notches apart from each other like so, and we'll also go ahead and grab a stone pressure plate and place it down on top of that smoker. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone full block, followed by a second block, and actually a third one too. On the sides here, we're going to place down a andesite wall to both sides, and then we're going to go ahead and go 2 light gray stainless panes back like that. On the sides of, or on the right side here, we're going to go ahead and grab a dark oak wood fence gate. We're going to place like this, have it opened up toward that glass pane. And then we want to go ahead and go out to the side here. We're going to place down a block like this up on top of that. And we're going to go out to the side here of another dark oak wood fence gate and open it toward the inside. Coming off of that, we're going to go ahead and grab a polished blackstone top slab. And we're going to place down a top slab like so. Or rather, like that. And we then want to go ahead and go up from the fence gate with a narrow brick fence post. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a polished blackstone wall on top of that. So for some reason stuff is not wanting to load here. So there we go, our chunk's updated. We're going to go ahead and then place down polished blackstone wall up. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 iron bars to the sides. So just like that. Now once we have that done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down our polished blackstone slab here. And then a black concrete block on top of this location. We're also going to go ahead and place down a stone block just like that. So quick correction, we're actually going to go ahead and just replace these polished blackstone slab and full block with 3 stone blocks, and we're just going to go and take our light gray stainless paints and just run along the sides here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a stone block here, then your black concrete, and then your polished blackstone slab like that. Now at this point, we then want to go ahead and place down a glass pane that's going to be on the side of this block here. Same thing here, and another glass pane going forward on the side of that stone block like that. We're also going to go ahead and grab a birchwood fence gate, as well as this birchwood sign, and we're going to place down a fence gate that's going to come off of this glass pane to both sides, and then we're going to place down a birchwood sign on the side here of the glass pane. So just like that. And then on top of these birchwood fence gates, we're going to place down a chain like that. Now after that's done, we then want to go ahead and grab our nether brick fence post and our polished blackstone stairs here. And we're going to place down a nether brick fence post on top of this black concrete here. We're going to go then place down a polished blackstone upside down stair on top of that. Going on top of this, we're going to go then place down a nether brick fence post again, followed by 2 dark oak wood fence gates out to the sides. So like so. We're going to go then place down a nether brick fence post up again. And we're going to then grab ourselves a end rod. And we're going to go ahead and just place down a block like this to both sides, and we're going to place down an end rod coming off those blocks. We'll then delete those blocks, and it looks like that there on the top. And then we'll just place down another end rod going up, and then a wither skeleton skull on the very tippy top. So just like this. Also, one quick thing we're going to do different is we're also going to place down a diorite wall instead of an andesite wall right here for our number. And in addition, you can also take the time to make these banners. So it's just a 1 in 6 for Lexington, and it's going to be a 1 in 6 on the side of those 2 blocks on the outside. So the inside here just has a smaller 16, the outside has the bigger number. So you can do that, you can make it whatever ship you want. There were a couple different of the Essex classes that were in this configuration and stuff like that, so you can definitely do whatever number you want, but for us we just have 16 on the side there. After that, we're going to go ahead and also grab wither skeleton skulls, and we're going to place it down on the sides of these glass panes here, right above our numbers. Now, after we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and also grab some end rods and some chains. We're going to go ahead and go up with, actually, we'll just take 2 chains up from these glass panes, like so. And then after we have that done, we're going to go forward from that stair with a dark oak wood trapdoor. So just like this going forward. Then we're going to place down a polished black stone wall and then an iron bar to both sides of that wall, like so. After that is all done, we're going to continue working our way down to the front. We're going to go ahead and place down a end rod that's going to come off of this block, or this block right here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a light gray shulker box that's going to go directly on top of this space. So light gray shulker box and a skeleton skull on top of that. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a redstone, or a daylight detector. It's going to go right here. And we then want to go ahead and grab a wither skeleton skull and place that one at a slight angle like that to both sides on top of those stone stairs. We'll also take some gray carpet and we'll just throw it on top here of those stone blocks. And then this space right here, we're just going to go ahead and place down another redstone repeater and separate the notches like so. And after that is all done right there, I'm pretty sure that's about it for the main structure there. We are going to go ahead and just grab ourselves some barrier blocks here. And we're going to go ahead and go down from this fence post here with 2 barrier blocks, and we're going to place down 2 stone buttons. We then want to go ahead and go forward from those barrier blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down 3. So 1, 2, 3 forward, and then we're going to go and drop down 1. So we're going to place down a stone button on the top of this one, on the side, and then on the top of this block. So it's actually going to go drop down like that, so it's going to come off the dragon skull, and it's going to be like that. And we're going to do a very similar thing over here on this side, except we're going to place down 1 barrier block. We can only fit 1 button in there right there. And then we're going to go and go forward from the 16 banner with 2 barrier blocks and then 1 coming off this dragon head. Stone button on top of this one, side, top. So it's going to look just like that there. And that right there is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for Lexington. And with that, that's going to wrap up the tutorial. So layers 8 through 18 are done. And that is going to conclude the build, just making sure I'm not missing anything, and really everything does appear to be good to go. So we'll go ahead and call that good. And yeah, so with that, I hope you guys do enjoy this build and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear to social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for a project you guys are working on. Overall, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.